All right, so Drink Champs, people, Ray J, is mad at Nori for releasing. Well, and it wasn't just Ray J, but a lot of people are mad at Nori for releasing the Kodak Black interview because Kodak seemed to really be on something like something. Like he seemed out of it in this whole Drink Champs interview. I don't know if y'all watched it. I tried to watch it.
I watched pieces.
I watched pieces,
but there was no way I was gonna make it through the whole thing.
I mean, it's cool. He was vibing.
Nigga is Drink Champs. Nigga, we come here to get intoxicated and ask questions.
That is a good point, actually. I didn't even think about that.
Like it's literally.
I'm supposed to be here out of
pocket.
character.
That's the one place.
Maybe I don't drink. Maybe I do pop pills.
Exactly. I'm supposed to be here a little.
That might be your poison. You might be in rehab.
Yeah.
Pills is all you can use right now.
He told him he didn't want certain. He said, "Don't give me no lick. Don't give me no oil." You know what I'm saying? Just give me some champagne or whatever. But don't give me no oil. So he might have been off of something else.
Yeah, that he know he can't mix it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing too. It's like I don't know how y'all feel about this. Do you feel like they shouldn't have released that interview of him in that state? How y'all feel about like somebody like that?
I wonder. It would have been good if they told us, like, look, we cut out an hour of bullshit.
Okay.
But the fact that they haven't came out and said that means that they just dropped it like, fuck it. But they could have at least cut out at least 30 minutes of like
or
fuckery.
at least moments.
Or then, like not like zooming in on his face when he's all like
when he's geeked out. Yeah.
Yeah, but at a certain point, like I'm not this nigga's babysitter.
That's how I
like
feel.
he came to this platform in this state on his own volition.
But at a certain point, oh no,
it'd be different if he was going on there and he was like obviously like if this is a mental health issue, it's kind of different because now you're just picking on sick niggas. But he took them drugs on purpose.
But it's still like the image. Like Nori's a OG. Like you supposed to be looking after niggas. You supposed to be.
Do you think that we should be? Do you think that like? You think just because Nori's an OG that he's supposed to take the moral high, or he's an elder hip hop that he's supposed to look out for him like an uncle?
It's no supposed to. It's no because. It's just like you a OG. You from New York. Like I've talked to a bunch of OG niggas from New York. They all act the same. Like they want to help niggas.
Yeah.
So it's like help a nigga. You feel me? Like that. But it's still like I watched bits and pieces of it, and like Nori was trying to talk to the nigga. You know what I mean? Like regular, and it was kind of weird. It was something weird about it.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like I watched like 20 minutes of it, and I was just like, whew, this is a tough listen right now because it's like, okay, we already know like Nori, people just like Nori, which that's what makes the show good when it's good. Mm-hmm. But like,
and the love and the support that he gives.
Yeah, but like if we're just overall raw interviewing, this nigga's not the best at all. He might be one of the worst.
He's not even getting better.
He's not.
Nah,
he's not.
He doesn't have to. He's
and then
OG.
We got Kodak Black, who like I like Kodak Black. I like when he I've always liked when he did interviews with academics. He talks like a Florida nigga. But I can and I can understand him, even though sometimes I got to run it back because I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
Right.
But it's like, I can understand him. This was a little bit more. But at the same time, this is how I feel. It's like, if niggas that do drugs, it's on them to quit.
Yeah.
And niggas do drugs, they have interventions with their family, their friends for years. What the fuck was Nori supposed to do? In that moment, try to have an intervention with a nigga he don't know.
Yeah. It's not
like,
about like nigga. Your mom can't even get you to stop doing this shit. What the hell am I going?
And on top of that, they're saying he shouldn't have released it. Maybe he should have released it so that we can put more examples of Kodak Black struggling with fucking drug addiction, so that the pressure could be so overwhelming that maybe he does quit.
It could go a lot of ways though. Pressure can change things. Sorry, go ahead though.
It could go either way. Yeah. It could go where it irritates him to where he feels like, and mind you, we don't even know if he's addicted to drugs. We're just assuming.
Yeah.
Nobody's confirmed that. But it could go one way where it's like
he just takes ecstasy for fun. People, like he's not addicted.
Nigga, what?
Sarcasm.
Oh. But I don't know, man. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. Ray J was in the comments talking about, yo, somebody see if this brother's okay. Or some shit like that.
But I don't know, dog. I just think, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too highly of Nori. Man, I don't even think he should have like took it down. But it's just
he took it down?
No, I don't think he should have took it down. But it's like, man, you gotta, I don't know, at least say something like, hey, man, we took out about 40 minutes, so we gave y'all the best of what we had.
Shit, I damn sure wouldn't be editing no 40 minutes of content.
Yeah, no, at that point,
because
you don't,
because at that point you wouldn't have to. It would be
true.
A white man's job.
But at that, think about how many hard chops that would be.
Yeah,
it's like we might as well just do like we might as well just put this we might as well put this interview out in all TikToks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of even dropping the full interview, just drop 1.5 million TikToks throughout the next year. Because if it's that much chop up, like a YouTube watcher, that would drive them crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think when somebody's on like addicted to something that the people around them shouldn't be trying to help them get off it?
Yeah, the people around him.
I think it's more beneficial if
like put it like this: if there was a nigga, like if you had an interview with a nigga that you knew personally and you knew he took drugs, like you don't think it's a responsibility to hit him, be like, look, whatever you do, don't do that shit before our interview. You get what I mean? If you know the nigga, if it's personal.
If you know the nigga and it's personal.
I understand that a little bit.
It's understandable.
And they probably met before numerous of times.
But now we just assuming their relationship.
But they had a story where they met in there, so they know each other.
Yeah, they know each other.
Well, this is on top of that too. So it's like, it's two things. So like if somebody that was coming over here, say I knew or I didn't know that they did drugs, right? And they come over here, but clearly under the influence, I might just be like, all right, bro, we're just going to cancel, right? Mm-hmm. We just cancel, especially because 9 times out of 10, I'm interviewing a local nigga.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I can see you again. You live 30 to 40 minutes away at the most. Mm-hmm. This nigga Nori is on some shit like, these niggas in town for 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
And we already paid to set these cameras up. Yeah. I've already bought this alcohol.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wouldn't, if it was like something that I knew I could get again. And on top of that, I guess this is another benefit. This is another negative of having a guest-based podcast, because it's like he couldn't cancel Kodak, risk him getting mad, and just be like, we'll just shoot an episode with us today.
I was about to say, Kodak is like he is dysfunctional. I'm not saying he's not dysfunctional. The nigga was going off on 21 Savage. I saw that shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So it's like if Nori wouldn't have dropped it because of Kodak was so fucked up, Kodak could have possibly gone on a fucking tirade like, yo, fuck Nori, he didn't drop my fucking
exactly.
podcast.
He would have been, instead of 21, it would have been him.
It would have been him.
Yeah.
Like nobody's asked, what if this is how Kodak wants to be portrayed?
That's true. That's another
This
thing
might
too.
be exactly what he intended on happening, nigga.
Yeah.
Who am I to put that shit down?
That nigga might have said, I'm going to wake up and pop a couple beans this morning. And
I'm going to talk to the people, nigga.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
That's true. We do have a habit of putting our own ideals on people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's what the fuck he's on, then...
Yeah, that's why it's just like, it was weird when just like people were just like fighting this whole, Nori shouldn't have done this. And I'm like...
The nigga was literally talking about...
Ooh.
He was literally talking about that one rap lyric where he was like, I took the pill and I knew it was fake. Like he was literally talking about that specific song.
Yes.
So it's like he was off of something.
Yeah.
He's on something and he knows what it is, even though he's still taking it.
Mm-hmm. And this is not the first time that fans have been concerned. I remember when he was performing, I think it might have been in Germany or some shit like that. That shit went viral too because they were like, is Kodak okay? So it's like, obviously this nigga, who knows? It's like, you can't, I don't know. I'm a little bit harder on niggas who are addicted to drugs, and it's like, maybe
you're a little bit harder, nigga?
I'm a little bit hard. Like, I be...
Okay.
You look down upon them.
I don't want to say this.
I look down upon
them. Are you about to bring up the cigarettes?
Nah, but nigga, didn't you used to
do drugs?
Sell drugs, nigga?
Weed?
Don't do that. You're not better than the nigga that's selling crack. You sell weed.
Well, yes, he is.
No, he's not. No, he's not. First of all, weed. How much money have you wasted on weed?
First of all, did he just dox you?
No.
Were you just doxed?
No, but no.
Well, I've talked about it before.
Yeah, I'm about to say, first of all, you said, I said you sold, and you said.
Yeah, right.
But first of all, how much money have you spent on weed since you've been 17?
Thousands.
That's what you've done. Oh, what the
What does that mean, though? But I'm perfectly fine. I'm not under a bridge somewhere with a quilt.
But you don't have those thousands of dollars that you could have had if you were sober, nigga. If you didn't have niggas like AJ forwarding the path of black,
No, nigga. Those aren't even the same
weed
thing.
and heart, they're not even classified the same.
You just compared a tobacco farmer to a nigga who has apple trees.
Weed is still, nigga, you're selling it's still you're selling shit. You're selling drugs.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a completely different type of drug. You wouldn't say that to a pharmacist.
That's crazy though. Yeah, that's so
It's
different.
You have to
drugs, though.
acknowledge that crack is a lot more detrimental to a nigga's health than weed is.
It's not even drugs in states that is legal. It's only drugs in North Carolina because it's still illegal. Like,
First
you
of
know
all,
what I'm saying?
it's still drugs, and it's drugs. It alters the state of your mind. It's a drug.
So you don't concede that there's levels to drugs and there's drugs that are more harmful than certain drugs.
Yeah, but it's still drugs. It's still altering your state of mind.
Yeah,
It's still drugs.
Yeah,
So what's the problem?
I judge burnouts too. Like niggas that like.
So, but have you judged yourself and have you repented, nigga? That's what I'm saying. Stop! Don't skip over this, nigga. I'm not. Be gone, nigga. Is that across? Be gone, demon.
Yes.
You have to repent, nigga.
I was never. Well, I was a burn down at one point, but
you buy drugs, so aren't you a part of the problem? He couldn't do what he did without niggas like you.
What you snitching on me for?
You snitch on AJ, nigga.
We was talking, and this nigga.
But you the fucking the man.
This nigga came out of nowhere with my
He
fucking
can't
business.
sell his drugs without fiends like you.
I'm
Everybody
not,
cut
I'm
out
not
business,
saying, but this was about your point about
Okay.
how you feel a certain way about niggas who do drugs, but
I
you've
look
been the
down on
nigga
junkies.
that's sold the drugs.
I look down on junkies, but it's not in a like a spit on you way. It's just like I just ignore them.
But at the same time,
just whatever.
I
You
feel
gotta do you,
I
nigga.
feel you, but at the same time,
I'm not
like,
about to
I've never-
actively try to help a junkie.
Yeah, of course.
Never.
Like you see a fucking homeless dude on the street, I don't like fuck it. But it's still a certain with like pills, like them shits is very hard to get off of.
For sure.
Yes.
Like
Which
it's
is why
almost
he doesn't sell
damn
them.
near impossible.
Yeah,
Right.
there are some people who get hooked on
we've
shit
heard.
without even meaning to.
Yeah,
type
they get in a
shit.
car accident. Now they're hooked on pain
Yeah,
pills and shit.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like that and shit like that. But at the same time,
That's like 5% of niggas.
That's what I'm saying. It's
but
still
at the
like
same
a
time,
small
we're talking
amount.
about a nigga who has enough for rehab, and
15.
And it doesn't even matter how rich or how poor you are. You have to quit the drugs when you want to quit the drugs.
Yeah.
So like people getting in an uproar, saying that Nori should have done something. You can't convince a nigga who don't want to quit drugs
Oh,
to
yeah.
fucking quit
For
drugs.
sure,
It's
no.
He
just
can't
not-
even convince himself.
Yeah, that's
sure,
what I'm
no.
saying. It's just like I just don't understand that shit.
Is there a track record of that? If it's working, like do interventions work?
I don't know what the conversion percentage is.
Okay, just curious.
I don't know.
And did Kodak look like he was on something to y'all? Or did it just look like Kodak?
Can we pull something up of this?
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
know because it's like he did look like. Let me stop lying.
Let's look at
He
it.
looked like he was on something for sure. I ain't gonna lie,
Nigga.
because I've seen Kodak and
In rare form?
I've seen a lot of Kodak interviews and he definitely was on some.
Look, nigga.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
even when
was
he,
on some.
but the thing is, even when he's sober, he's kind of a hard interview.
He is not really. He kind of likes to talk. Kodak's a talker.
That's what I mean.
He's a
It
talker.
depends. It depends.
Depends
Like,
on who the person is, but Kodak's a talker.
He
though.
was a little awkward on the Breakfast Club.
He was hilarious on the Breakfast
When he
Club.
first came in the game,
Retrospect.
when he first came in the game, he was just like,
I was playing it without sound.
Yeah.
yeah.
this is how we're really gonna see him.
Well, we can't hear what Sam.
I mean, I could throw it on.
He
but
looks
I just,
sober right now.
Let's throw it
He
on.
might have just popped it.
We gotta hear what he's
Go
saying.
halfway
He
through.
might have just popped it. Jesus.
There we go.
Oh, you
there
standing
we
up
go.
now. Yes.
See that this is when shit starts to look crazy.
Can we please get some volume? Because I feel like what he's saying matters.
We have zero audio right now.
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. I
I
did it
don't-
on purpose because I didn't want to. Because I was showing the screen.
I don't think we need
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. But I got you. I'll go ahead and throw it on volume now.
What upcoming art? It was like, what the fuck? I mean, like my artist, she from Atlanta and like
See,
she
it's
from
the jaw.
Overlay. And at a point in time,
It's
you
Twitch.
was up and coming. I mean, you can't stand on the bench like that. You tripping. Now we're going only look back and forth about that stupid ass song. And fuck, right?
Yeah,
Pause. Does anybody know what he's talking about?
Well, no, just because we kind of jumped in halfway through, but
He's talking about one of his artists who's, I believe, is a woman.
but it was
And he can't be on that bitch's neck.
He has a song called Lockjaw though with French Montana, one of my favorite songs.
Bro, he has a song called Gremlin.
Yeah.
He has a song called
Super
Lock. He's
Gremlin.
he's one of the realest niggas in this shit. Like everything he
of
raps
junkies?
about, it's like it's something he's been around, something he's doing. Niggas off jiggers and shit. Like
He got a song with Future called Voodoo.
no flocking. Because he was advertising for no flocking.
Yeah. But it looked like he was on K2 on this episode, nigga.
Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Oh no, I wouldn't put K2 on anybody unless they're in jail.
Why?
It don't show up in piss tests.
Pretty much. That's where niggas get it. Pretty much. That's where niggas are really. Niggas on the street smoked K2 when it first came out because they were like, "Yo, this is a crazy new thing."
Nigga, yeah.
And then niggas realized this ain't it, and then it was only behind the wall after a certain point. So, but yeah. So